The livestream that solved itself on a quiet Thursday evening in June 2021, a small Twitch channel called Stream with Lina went live from a downtown Los Angeles apartment. It was a typical setup: ring light, soft background music, chat scrolling by. Lina Moore, 26, wasn't famous. She had around 4,000 followers, enough to keep her busy, but not enough to make her a name. She streamed art, answered questions and talked about her life in the city. But that night's stream would be her last, and it would become one of the most talked about mysteries the internet had ever seen. Within 24 hours, it would go from a quiet broadcast to a global investigation, and, somehow, the livestream itself would hold the answer. The recording began normally. Lina chatted about moving apartments, the noise from her neighbors, and an upcoming collaboration. Then, about 45 minutes in, something subtle happened, barely noticeable unless you watched closely. A reflection appeared in the mirror behind her, the faint outline of a figure moving past the open doorway. The chat noticed first. Messages flooded in. "Who's that? Someone just walked behind you. Lina, you're not alone." She turned, glanced at the door, and laughed it off. "Oh, that's probably my roommate," she said. Except Lina didn't have a roommate. That detail would only become clear later, when police searched the apartment. The cutoff, 15 minutes later, her tone changed. She looked distracted. Her eyes darted toward the door again, and she muted her microphone, for almost a full minute. When she came back, she smiled, but it wasn't the same kind of smile. Forced. Tight. She continued painting, responding to a few more messages, before whispering something under her breath. The audio filters didn't catch it clearly, but with enhancements later, it sounded like, "Stop texting me." Then the stream froze. The feed went black. Twitch logs later confirmed the broadcast ended abruptly at 9:47 p.m., not by user action, but due to connection interruption. When the stream didn't return, viewers assumed it was a glitch. But when Lina failed to post the next day, her friends grew worried. The search 2 days later, police entered her apartment after a wellness call. There was no sign of struggle, her paints, camera setup, and computer was still on. Her phone was missing. The only odd thing was the position of her laptop. The webcam was covered with a small square of masking tape that hadn't been there during the stream. Her disappearance spread across Reddit within hours. Clips from the livestream went viral on TikTok under the hashtag #WhereIsLina. People analyzed every second, the mirror reflection, the muted audio, the timestamp of the crash. But the most disturbing discovery came from an unexpected source, a user who claims to have been recording the live chat as it happened. They posted screenshots showing that, seconds before the stream cut off, a new account had appeared in chat, with a username that simply read, watchingu_21. The message they sent was short: "Turn around." The investigation police traced the account to a disposable email, no identity. But through ISP data, they linked the IP address to a public Wi-Fi spot just 3 blocks from Lina's building. Security cameras in the area picked up a man in a hoodie using a laptop at a cafe around the same time. He paid in cash, never removed his hood. Detectives released stills, hoping for an ID. No one came forward. Then, almost 2 weeks later, a janitor cleaning a vacant office space 1 floor below Lina's apartment found something strange: an old smartphone taped under a desk, still powered on. The camera lens was cracked, but still functional. When investigators reviewed the footage, they found over 2 hours of silent video, recorded the same night as Lina's final stream. In the video, the angle faced upward toward a ceiling vent. For most of the recording, nothing moved, just faint noises from above. But then, at 9:42 p.m., the vent cover shifted. A hand appeared, holding what looked like a phone. The twist: for months, speculation ran wild. Was someone living in the building's walls? Had Lina been stalked by a fan? Had she staged it herself? Then a breakthrough came from a digital forensics lab analyzing her recovered laptop. Buried deep in the cache of the streaming software, they found fragments of an unsent message, a draft email addressed to a user named Marcus.b. The subject line read, "I found the footage you deleted." The message body contained only a single link, leading to a cloud drive that no longer existed. Investigators eventually traced Marcus B. to a former tenant of the same apartment building, a man who'd been evicted in 2020 for illegal surveillance equipment found in the vents. He had left the city, changed his name, and vanished. But in a bizarre twist, Marcus himself was found dead in a hotel room 3 days before Lina's final stream, ruled an apparent suicide. So who was using his old account to send messages that night? The live stream returns. In September, 3 months after Lina's disappearance, her Twitch channel suddenly went live again, for exactly 2 minutes and 33 seconds. No one was on camera. Just an empty room. The same apartment. The same lighting. And on the screen, where her art used to be, a single image appeared, a still frame from her final stream. Except this one was different. The mirror behind her no longer showed a shadowy figure. It showed Lina herself, sitting perfectly still, staring at the camera. The stream ended without warning. When investigators traced the IP, it came from the same location as before, her apartment building. But the unit was still sealed off, with no signs of forced entry. The unresolved truth authorities later released a statement classifying Lina Moore's case as presumed deceased. Her body was never recovered. But the most unsettling part came from the chat logs of that final mysterious broadcast. One message appeared just before the stream shut down, from a familiar username, watchingu_21. The message read, "Justice is carried out quietly." The same phrase, the same tone, as the infamous executioner note from decades earlier, a case Detective Rose Martinez once worked on. The internet has never agreed on what happened that night. Some believe Lina's account was hacked and the live streams were staged. Others think she found something she wasn't supposed to, and someone made sure her story stayed unfinished. But one theory still circulates online, that the camera didn't just capture her final moments. It captured what was watching her. And if you look closely at the final still, in the reflection of the mirror, you can almost see another figure, half lit, half shadow, holding something small and glowing. Like a phone.